Well, Charlie, a big thank you for joining us. And how are preparations going ahead of the Capital Challenge this weekend?
They're going well. Yeah, we're coming along nicely. The event originally was scheduled for January, where it's traditionally held. So we've waited a couple of extra months, but we think it'll be worth the wait now that a lot of the COVID restrictions have been eased. We're hoping to have a really good attendance on Friday down at the Honourable Artillery Company in London. The team on the field have been training well under Joe's tutelage. We look forward to welcoming the British Army, who will be a new opposition for us in this annual event. And off the field, ticket sales are going nicely, so we hope to welcome a good few hundred people to London to enjoy an afternoon of rugby league in the city.
And what's your take on the actual challenge on the pitch that the Army's going to be bringing to the table on Friday?
Well, it will be a stern test for us, that's for sure. They went incredibly well in the Challenge Cup. Were unlucky in many respects to go out at the stage that they did. We know that they're going to be organised, fit, well drilled, as you'd expect from an Army side. So I think it's just the sort of pre-season opposition that we were looking for. And it'll be a really good test for our guys in what may be quite a young squad. We're still looking at a few players that are on trial too, so it'll be a good chance for them to potentially earn a contract with the club ahead of the start of the League One campaign.
I was going to ask you about those preparations. We obviously had the Challenge Cup, and we've got this game here. But how are preparations going ahead of the League One campaign?
Preparations are going well. I mean, it seemed like an incredibly long pre-season in many respects. The guys started training back in November of last year, so they've had a lot of time, which is great, particularly because we've had changes off the field with Jermaine moving to Broncos and Joe coming back to the club. So it's given us a number of months to get the players to get used to a new way of doing things, and things have been changed slightly. So that's been great. We've had Challenge Cup, as you mentioned, which in many respects we treated as almost like a pre-season tournament, just with the way that the schedule is for all League One clubs. So those games were invaluable. Pity we couldn't go a little bit further, but again, this Friday's game will be a really good test, and hopefully some lessons will be learned that will stand us in good stead ahead of the Hunslet game, which is here at New River on the 26th of March.
And with regards to that transition as well, because obviously Jermaine, like you touched upon, has gone to the London Broncos, but Joe Embrew, who's come in, he's played for the club before. How important was it to get someone who understands the Skolars?
Yeah, absolutely. I think not even just the Skolars. I think just understanding wider London Rugby League down here is also a big bonus, and that was certainly a big tick next to Joe's name. He knows the club. He's worked with different age groups at the club, from juniors right up to the first team. So he understands the setup. He knows the local area. He knows how the board of directors work. So that he had a head start on quite a few of the other candidates that applied for the role. And we interviewed a lot of very well qualified candidates. I'm sure they've done a good job. But Joe just had that edge with the fact that he knows the club so well, knows the local area so well. He lives locally, and he was really eager to come back and get his teeth into another season of rugby league.
So with regards to the squad, you've mentioned it already. It's a young squad. What's your expectations for this season? Because I've spoke to Jermaine in the past where you've been borderline the playoffs, sometimes in the playoffs as well, midway through the season and stuff. So that's very much possible. But what's your expectations for this campaign? Because it feels like it's going to be a very competitive League One season this year.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think League One is always a well-contested league, and the way I look at it now, I don't see anybody running away with it. I think it will be keenly contested. I think it will be close, particularly in and amongst those playoff places. And we hope to be in that mix if we can as well. Joe's confident in the squad that he's putting together. There's a lot of young talent in there that will hopefully grow as the season progresses. I think first and foremost, we'll be looking to try and get more wins than we did last season. and build where we can to hopefully be in the playoff mix come sort of July, August, September time.
And just thinking a bit more widely as well about, you know, the Skolars and the development of rugby league in the capital. How's that side of things going as well? Because like you touched upon, you've got some young players there. I'd imagine some of them have come through the system there at the Skolars and the Broncos, as well as the community game more generally in the Southeast. So how's all that side of things going?
Yeah, it's going well. We're starting another junior season at the moment. So we had the Junior Nines festivals last weekend, I believe it was. We had an under 14s and under 16s team that went to festivals to sort of mark the start of the Junior Rugby League season in London, and they were well attended. I think we took 31 players to those two festivals, which was great. They all enjoyed themselves, and those fixtures will be getting underway soon as well at those age groups, other age groups. We hope to incorporate a girls team too, somewhere along the way. So, yeah, I think it's proven that players do come through that pathway. The likes of Alex Deary, Luciano, who have signed for our first team this year, have come through our ranks, gone over to Broncos, been well taught in their academy. I've got a really good grounding in the game, and now come back to us to have a go at competing at semi-professional level, and I think well, we certainly hope that more will come through that pathway in the seasons to come.
Oh, great stuff. And final question, Charlie. You've got a lot of promoting to do now. Two big fixtures coming up. The League One season starting in a couple of weeks, plus this Capital Challenge match on Friday. Go on then. Off you go with your promoting.
The big sell. Well, yeah, this Friday, the 18th of March, at the Honourable Artillery Company in London. If you've not been and you can get there, I'd highly recommend it. It's a truly unique venue. It's a working military base in the heart of the city of London, in amongst the high rises on city roads. So for an experience, if you can get the Friday afternoon off work, or if you've got some spare time, tickets are on sale on Eventbrite. Check out our social media channels. The link will be on there. And come along. It should be a great afternoon. Watch ourselves play the British Army. And then the following week, the League One campaign returns to the New River Stadium. Again, tickets are available on Eventbrite. We'll be welcoming Hunslet. And it should be an exciting time to see how Joe and Boo's new look squad perform. And one last thing, that day here at New River will be a community day. So we hope to welcome lots of local businesses. All local residents can benefit from a 2-for-1 offer. So if you live locally, you bring a friend or a family member for free, and come and support your local team and enjoy rugby league in London.